Why are so many doctors quitting medicine? And what is this all about? Is it just a social media trend? Is it something more serious like burnout? What is causing this and why does it matter? So, why do we care if people are leaving medicine? Well, I care because I want to have good doctors in medicine. I want to be able to see a good physician when I need a physician. And we never know when we might need a doctor. Any of us could be injured or ill and need to go into an emergency room or a hospital and seek care. And we all want good people at that bedside. I've been an ER physician 25 years, and I felt like I had to pause and comment on this trend, even though my channel is mostly focused on investing in financial empowerment. First of all, I think we have to acknowledge that it may just be a social media trend and that this is not a mass exodus of physicians leaving medicine. And I think that is actually the case. Most physicians who are in the profession full time are too busy to get on social media and talk about these things. And so it's likely that we are seeing a skewed representation. And I am concerned about that. The reason I'm concerned is because it is giving this perception that physicians are so dissatisfied and disillusioned, and it's such a bad profession that those who are thinking about it or maybe in the midst of medical school or residency should perhaps reconsider. And I don't want to see that type of thinking encouraged, because we need good doctors. We have a shortage of doctors and healthcare professionals in general. And it is important that those who are aspiring to become physicians or healthcare providers continue to do so. So there are probably three big categories of reasons for why people leave medicine. So I think the biggest, or the first and most intuitive one, would probably be just that they don't like the job. It is a job after all, and it's going to have good days and bad days. It's not going to be all wonderful, exciting, and it's not going to be life-saving moments every day. There's going to be a lot of mundane tasks and routine things that you have to do in any job. So if you just hate that part and you don't like the practice of medicine, you don't like to see patients or do charts or procedures, then yes, this is not the career for you. And I think that regardless of how much time, money, energy you've committed to becoming a doctor, if it is not fulfilling, it is making you unhappy for whatever reason, then you should leave. I know there is a lot of social pressure and financial pressure to continue. And for someone to have those pressures and yet recognize that it's not a good fit for them and decide to leave, I think is very courageous, and that should be commended. Because a lot of times I see people who stay in situations, whether it is a job or a marriage, and they feel so much social pressure to stay where they are for a variety of reasons that they don't do what's right for them. They don't make that change. And it's unfortunate, because then they continue to perpetuate that dissatisfaction, that unhappiness. So if you are unhappy in medicine, if you don't like the job, the day-to-day routine, then yes, that is a good reason to quit. The second big category or reason for leaving medicine appears to be other opportunities, like another business or another career. And I think that's also wonderful, because it means that you have another skill set, something else that fulfills you, and also another way to serve humanity. I think there's so many ways to serve others. You don't have to be a doctor to do good in the world. So if someone is choosing to leave medicine because they have found some other venture or opportunity, I think that again is a great reason. And then the third big category is usually burnout. And that is the group that I want to really speak to the most, because I understand that position. I felt very burned out at the end of 2021, and I started looking for alternatives. And I think that exploration was very enlivening and rejuvenating to me, because I discovered that I could do so many other things, and I had a lot more capacity and capabilities that I didn't even know existed. This business, even though it came out of this state of disillusionment and hopelessness, it actually gave me hope. It restored my sense of purpose and my desire to serve. And I realized I could serve in many more ways than just being a doctor. Instead of taking me out of medicine, it actually made me more capable of continuing my profession and my career. And I'm very grateful to that. We can cite a lot of different reasons for why, physicians are feeling dissatisfied or burned out, but I think the underlying theme is a lack of autonomy. I think that regardless of what profession or situation you're in, when you feel a lack of autonomy, you do feel dissatisfied and you feel hopeless, you feel trapped. So I would like to suggest to physicians like myself who might be in a situation or a job or stage in their life where they feel kind of trapped or hopeless, what has really helped me is to reframe the narrative. It may sound a bit cliche or outrageous, but we experience the world in language. So the words we use are very important. So when we say words like, I hate this, or this is so hard, or this, I feel trapped, these are limiting words. And when we use these kind of words, it shapes our experience of what's going on. So there is an objective reality to what is happening, but when we choose certain words, we'll make that reality seem much worse and much more limiting. So it's important to choose the words wisely and choose words that are more neutral or more positive. So for instance, if you are feeling overworked, you're feeling like you have to, work so many hours or see so many patients, could you perhaps see that as job security? That you have a steady income, that there is so much demand for your services, that so many people are seeking you out for your expertise, your advice, that you are making others feel heard and seen, even if you can't cure their disease, that you are making a difference by being there, by sitting at the bedside, by talking to someone, by bringing them a blanket or a glass of water. All of these things make a difference. And we don't have to value our profession and our career by performance metrics or even by the number of lives saved, because it's not always in our hands. It's not always something we can really impact, but we can care and we can be compassionate. We can be present. And I think that if we can reframe our perception of what's going on, that we are so much more than someone who does a procedure or a surgery or a diagnostic. We are providing a service by our very existence and who we are being in that moment rather than what we are doing. I really want to just first of all recognize this trend on social media, and I wanted to just give you my 2 cents as a practicing ER physician of 25 years, that it's not all doom and gloom. We're not all so burned out that we're running for our lives. And I don't want that to be the message. I don't want that to be the perception to aspiring physicians. Medicine is a wonderful career, a rewarding, fulfilling career. And yes, do we have problems? Do we have difficulties? Absolutely. Do we need changes? Absolutely. But we can't do that from outside. We need good people in the profession, and we need to change it from within. We need to all work together. Physicians are such, first of all, they're intelligent, resilient, capable people, and I want to inspire them to develop solutions we need to make this a better profession. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you will like and comment and share this. I want to really build a community that is supportive. And if you or your colleagues are feeling burned out, please reach out to me or to others in your community to seek help. So that's it for today, and I'll see you next time.